Today we're in the green pastures of the beautiful Fairview community. We're visiting this little building on the corner of West 7th and Columbia Street. Built in 1973, it has a current assessed value of $11 million. There is a recording studio inside that from 1973 to 93 was called Little Mountain Studios, an extremely successful operation. For example, in 1987, Aerosmith recorded the album Permanent Vacation here. It sold several million copies with hits like Rag Doll and Dude Looks Like a Lady. Other biggies include Motley Crue's album Dr. Feelgood and AC/DC's The Razor's Edge. Both sold several million copies. Other artists that recorded here include Bryan Adams, The Cult, Jimmy Page, and Van Halen, just to name a few. All kinds of recordings were done here. Ever heard the chimes on the SkyTrain station? Recorded at Little Mountain. The reason why superstars loved Little Mountain, and the reason all those tunes are so great, producers Bob Rock and the late Bruce Fairbairn. These good local boys were known by the rock gods as the best in the business. One day in 1987, a young fella named Mike Clausen was driving by the building and couldn't believe what he saw. It was Aerosmith, just hanging out on the front stoop. Mike jumped out of his car and asked if he could take a picture. And here it is. There's Tom Hamilton, Joe Perry, and Brad Whitford. You can see the Little Mountain Sound Studios logo in the background. I tell you, the superstars sure loved Little Mountain. Well, there was something else in town they liked too, but more on that in a minute. Those good Aerosmith boys were sitting right there. Incredible. The side of the building has this amazing artwork now, thanks to the Vancouver Mural Festival. But on the back of the building here, there used to be some pretty unique artwork too. Fans used to leave messages to the musicians with graffiti here. And it was all nice and quiet until infamous singer David Lee Roth was here and hired some local airbrushers to paint a particularly provocative picture. Someone complained to City Hall about the risque image, and they had to whitewash the wall. They put up a sign with the mayor's phone number for complaints. I wonder how many calls he got. Big hit to local history. Big hit. A bunch of fellas from New Jersey heard the phenomenal album of a Vancouver band named Loverboy, with tunes like Turn Me Loose and The Kid Is Hot Tonight. And the Jersey fellas who had their own group called Bon Jovi wanted their album to sound just like it. When they found out it was recorded here at Little Mountain, they booked 6 weeks in 1986, and they would make history. Lead singer John Bon Jovi later said the attitude surrounding the Little Mountain studio was perfect, and the people don't get any better than Bruce Fairbairn and Bob Rock. JBJ loved his time in Vancouver. He says he had a gorgeous little apartment with a view of the ocean mountains in Expo 86. Best atmosphere he ever worked in, he says. The Bon Jovi boys soon had an album ready to go, recorded tunes like You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, and Wanted Dead or Alive. But one thing left to do. Find a name for the album. And the band's inspiration came from that other reason they liked Vancouver so much. And for that, we're heading to the downtown east side. After a hard day at Little Mountain, JBJ and the boys like to unwind a little bit here at the Number 5 Orange, the strip club on the corner of Main and Powell. They had decided to call their album Wanted Dead or Alive. They shot a cover for it, and later that day came here. As part of their show, the strippers took showers. JBJ was watching the performance and thought, man, I bet that's slippery. And boom, the new title for their album was born. Thanks to the inspiration from those Vancouver peelers, Bon Jovi's album Slippery When Wet went on to sell 28 million copies and was the number 1 album in 1987. And those great tunes are still on the radio today. And here's the back door of Number 5 Orange where the boys snuck in, I bet. The day I was here, the Number 5 Orange was closed, so I couldn't get in there, but I'll come back for research purposes. The website has a couple of pictures. I don't see any showers anymore. Maybe it was just a fad of the 80s. I wonder what Bon Jovi's album would be called if they visited today. Hope you enjoyed this little taste of Vancouver. Thank you for watching. Ooh, something just flew out of the top window. Did you see that? Wild. Special thanks to photographer Mike Clausen. Please tap that subscribe button. Until next time, be good to the other.